Hey everyone, it's Heidi and welcome to today's episode of Baby Name Sunday. For those of you who are new here, every single week I upload names lists here on YouTube, so make sure you guys are subscribed and make sure you guys hit that bell notification as well so you guys don't miss my upcoming names list. Now today's list is actually inspired by you guys. Over on my community tab, I asked you guys what kind of topics or baby name topics that you guys want me to do, and everyone was asking for a Disney inspired names list, and that's exactly what I'm going to give you guys today. Over 50 Disney names. It'll be a speed round list. I'll be getting through them quite quickly, giving you the movie that it's from and then also the meaning. And if you did happen to miss that community tab post a couple days ago, you can leave any topics, baby name list suggestions down in the comments below and I will definitely add them to my list. So without further talking, let's get into this Disney-inspired names list. Alright, so to start off this Disney-inspired names list, guys, I am just pumped. So first name on the list, we're gonna go for a name combo, and this is the name Flynn Rider. Oh, I am so obsessed. He's from the movie Tangled, and it actually means together messenger of the red-haired one. Next up on the list, I have the name ZAZU, spelled Z-A-Z-U, ZAZU. Imagine, I think this is too cool. So obviously derived from the Lion King, and it means movement. I have the gorgeous name SARAFINA, spelled S-A-R-A-F-I-N-A. I love the spelling of this one. Again from the Lion King, and this one means ardent or fiery. Number 4 on the list, if you are looking for that nickname Jet, I have the name JETSAM, spelled J-E-T-S-A-M. Great honorary name for a Samuel or a Sam in the family. JETSAM is from The Little Mermaid, and his name literally means stuff thrown overboard from a ship. Next, for a longer name for a girl, I have the name Andrina. So A-N-D-R-I-N-A, Andrina. This one's another option from The Little Mermaid, and this name means strong and womanly. Moving on over to the boy side, something a little bit more shorter, I have the name Jacques or Jack. So J-A-Q. Now this is the name of a mouse in Cinderella, and the name means God is gracious. I have the name Eudora, so E-U-D-O-R-A, Eudora. Absolutely stunning. It's actually from The Princess and the Frog, and the name means generous gift. Number 8 on the list, I have the name Iago, spelled I-A-G-O, Iago. This is a character from Aladdin, and the name means supplanter. Number 9 on the list, I have the name PEPPO, spelled P-E-P-P-O, PEPPO. Like, how fun is that one? So it's the name of a cat in the Aristocats, meaning Jehovah increases. Next Disney-inspired name here, I have the name MEEKO, spelled M-E-E-K-O, MEEKO. And this name is derived from Pocahontas, and it literally means beauty, majesty, and grace. One of my favorite names on the list here, I love the name Jasper, spelled J-A-S-P-E-R, Jasper. So this one's actually a dog in 101 Dalmatians. It's a place name, but it also means bringer of treasure. Something different on the girl side here that honestly I've fallen in love with, and that's the name Darling, spelled D-A-R-L-I-N-G, Darling. Maybe nicknamed Darla. I think this is just so sweet. And this one's from the movie The Lady and the Tramp, and it's a term of endearment. Maybe another option to honey. You have Darling. Number 13 on the list, I have the name Ina, spelled E-N-A, Ina. I thought this was kind of like a vintage flair of a name. It's derived from the movie Bambi, and it means fire. All right, switching it over to the boy side, something that's so fun here, I have the name Quasi, spelled Q-U-A-S-I, Quasi. Now this one's from The Hunchback of Notre Dame, and it means like recently. Next is the name Kida, spelled K-I-D-A, Kida, very sweet. It's from the movie Atlantis, and it means goddess or princess. Then similar to Kida, I have the name Kala, spelled K-A-L-A, Kala. And this one's from Tarzan, meaning virtue or princess. So Kida and Kala, if you're wanting something really matchy for siblings, for girls, Kida and Kala, very, very pretty. Another girl's option here is the name Arista, spelled A-R-I-S-T-A, Arista. This would be a perfect name for a little fall baby. It's from the movie The Little Mermaid, and it means harvest. I have a double barrel girl's name here next, a little bit vintage, and that's the name Ellie Mae. Spelled E-L-L-I-E and then May, M-A-E. You can totally have a hyphen in between them as well, but it's from the Rescuers and it means bright shining one of May. What a wonderful meaning, and maybe possibly for an upcoming May baby. Moving on to my next name here, I have the name Marian. Spelled M-A-R-I-A-N, Marian. This one's from the movie Robin Hood and it means drop of the sea or beloved. Next, I have one of my favorite names here. It's the name TIGERLILY. So T-I-G-E-R-L-I-L-Y, TIGERLILY. I was also thinking for a nickname you can do Tiggy, which I thought was super cute, T-I-G-G-Y, Tiggy. And this one's obviously from Peter Pan and it's a floral name. Also for my next name here, I was thinking of Tigger from Winnie the Pooh, and you can also do that nickname Tiggy, but for a boy. So if you love that kind of like tiger inspiration, Tiggy for a little boy could have that Winnie the Pooh inspiration behind it. I have a little bit more of a longer boy's name here next, and that's the name Geppetto. So G-E-P-P-E-T-T-O, Geppetto. Such a handsome Italian name here, Geppetto. I love it. It's from Pinocchio and it means Jehovah increases. Then speaking of handsome on the boy side, maybe a little bit more bolder, I have the name Zeus. So Z-E-U-S, Zeus. So obviously guys, from Hercules, and this one's the supreme Olympian Greek god. Back over to the girl side, I have the name Merida, spelled M-E-R-I-D-A, Merida. I thought this was a great honorary name or alternative to maybe Meredith, Merida. Very, very beautiful. And this was the main female character in the movie Brave. The name suits the character so well. It means one who has achieved a high place of honor. I have a couple other M names, but over on the boy side here. So I have the name Moki, spelled M-O-C-H-I, Moki. And this one's from Big Hero 6, and the name literally means rice paddy. Then another fun option here that kind of reminds me of like the 80s and the 90s is the name Mickey, spelled M-I-C-K-E-Y, Mickey. Like how fun is that for a boy? And this one's from Mickey Mouse, and it means who is like God. Switching it up here, I have the name Pascal, spelled P-A-S-C-A-L, Pascal. This is one of my most guilty pleasure boy names. I think it's so handsome, has a little bit of a medieval sound to it as well. This one's from the movie Tangled, and it means of the Passover or Easter. So wonderful Easter name for a little boy. Then we have the name Nala, spelled N-A-L-A, Nala. I have a little bit of a soft spot. My dog's name is actually Nala. She's the cutest chihuahua ever. I'll insert a little picture here. Her name is Nala, literally from The Lion King, and it means lioness. Next, I have the name Raya, spelled R-A-Y-A, Raya. This one, I haven't actually watched this movie yet. Have any of you guys comment down below what you guys think of the movie, because I haven't watched it yet and we've been waiting. So obviously it's from the Raya movie and it means friend. Time for a Disney TV series name. I have the name Topanga. So T-O-P-A-N-G-A, Topanga. Topanga actually has such a beautiful meaning. It means where the mountain meets the sea. Next, I have the name Vaiana, spelled V-A-I-A-N-A. I really hope I'm pronouncing that right. That's kind of what I saw online, but it's actually another one of Moana's names from the Moana movie, and it means sea cave. Another name here over onto the boys' side. This one's actually surname inspired, and that's the name Bolton. So B-O-L-T-O-N, Bolton. I thought Bolt as a nickname. I thought that was just so cool. And this one's from High School Musical. Oh my gosh, one of my favorite movies of all time when I was little, and it means dwelling in an enclosure. I have one of my favorite names ever here next for the girl is the name Pepper, spelled P-E-P-P-E-R. Now this name's actually from 101 Dalmatians. I'm pretty sure it was a boy dog's name. Pepper can work for either or, completely genderless, and obviously it's a peppy spice name. Then I have the name Finnick, spelled F-I-N-N-I-C-K, Finnick. I love how Finnick is a little bit more of like a traditional surname sounding name as opposed to Finley, a little bit more softer. I love how there's the two kind of ways where you can have that nickname Finn. And this is the name of the fennec fox in Zootopia, one of my favorite movies, and it means marshland farm. I have the name Elias, spelled E-L-I-A-S, and this was actually the father's name of Walt Disney, and it's actually the middle name of Walt Disney. It was Walt Elias Disney. So I thought this was really cool. If you're like a full-on Walt Disney fan, Elias is just so handsome, very trendy, very similar to Elijah, and it also means Yahweh is God. Next, I have the name Hero, spelled H-I-R-O, Hero, from the movie Big Hero 6, and the name means broad or widespread. Then we have the name Coco, spelled C-O-C-O, another one of my faves, and obviously it's derived from the movie Coco, and it's actually a French and Spanish pet name. Another vintage option here is the name Bonnie, spelled B-O-N-N-I-E, Bonnie. I think this is a really sweet vintage name. I'm not much into vintage names, honestly, but Bonnie, I don't know, it kind of captures my heart a bit. And Bonnie's from the movie Toy Story, and the name means beautiful and cheerful. So a very bright little girl, Bonnie. I think it's just so sweet. So I just mentioned the name Hero, but now I have the name Tadashi, spelled T-A-D-A-S-H-I, Tadashi. And Tadashi is also from Big Hero 6. It was Hero's brother, and it means true, luck, and devotion. A longer option here, a little bit more vintage on the girl side, is the name Esmeralda, spelled E-S-M-E-R-A-L-D-A, nickname Esme, super pretty. This one's from The Hunchback of Notre Dame, and it means emerald. All right, number 41 on the list here. This one actually could also be a double barrel name, just like Ellie Mae. I have the name Briar Rose, spelled B-R-I-A-R, and then Rose, R-O-S-E. Super beautiful. I love the name Briar for a girl. So Briar Rose was actually also known as Sleeping Beauty. It was one of Sleeping Beauty's other names, and the name means a thorny patch of roses. Back over to another Little Mermaid name, I have the name ATTINA, spelled A-T-T-I-N-A, ATTINA. Super beautiful. It's actually the name of Ariel's older sister, and the name is possibly derived from the Greek goddess Athena. I have the name Lilo, spelled L-I-L-O, Lilo. I've loved this name ever since the movie Lilo and Stitch, and it means generous one. Back over to the boy side, I have the name KRISTOFF, spelled K-R-I-S-T-O-F-F. I really feel that KRISTOFF is just an absolute perfect alternative or honorary name for a Christopher in the family, KRISTOFF. I think it's super handsome, and it kind of has that modern sound. Obviously, one of the main characters in the movie Frozen, and it means bearer of Christ. Few more names here left on the list. I have the name Matilda, spelled M-A-T-I-L-D-A, Matilda. I love the nickname Tilly for Matilda. I think it's so cute for that vintage option. And obviously, main character name in the movie Matilda, and the name has a very powerful meaning. It means battle mighty. Number 46 on the list, I have the name Celia, spelled C-E-L-I-A, Celia. Gorgeous celestial name from Monsters, Inc., and the meaning is heavenly. Next on here, another option for a girl is the name Pamela, nickname Pim, spelled P-I-M-I-L-L-A, Pamela. It's almost like Amelia and Pamela mixed together, Pamela, with that nickname Pim. I think it's too cute. It's from the TV series Phil of the Future, and it means resolute protection. Next, I have the name Neera, spelled M-E-E-R-A, Neera. So it's from the movie Dinosaur, and the name means light, furrow, or plowed field. Then I have the name AKELA, spelled A-K-E-L-A, AKELA. So it's one of, actually, I believe it was the wolf in the Jungle Book, one of the wolves, and I believe it means noble. It was actually really hard to find any information on, but I thought it was really cool, very different, AKELA for a little boy. Next up, I have the name Lucius, spelled L-U-C-I-U-S, Lucius. And this one is the name of Frozone from The Incredibles, you know, like the cool guy that makes everything like frozen, and his name actually means light. Then for a really fun twist on the name Penelope, I have the name Vanellope, spelled V-A-N-E-L-L-O-P-E, Vanellope, nickname V, or even Nelly. Like, this is so cool, and obviously I call her a princess, but she's from Wreck-It Ralph, and the name was actually created for the movie, and it's derived from Penelope in Greek mythology. Then that brings me to my very final name on the list here, and that's the name Oaken. So O-A-K-E-N, Oaken. Guys, I loved his character in the movie Frozen, like so funny, and his name means made of oak or made of the oak trees, because it's like oaken. I think it's a really cool alternative to like Oakland or Oakley. You have oaken. I think it's really cool and modern. So that is it with my Disney inspired names list. I hope you guys enjoyed. Honestly, it was so hard to actually narrow it down because there was just so many. Like, I could probably do a part 2, part 3. So if you guys want to see more parts to this Disney names list series, you can definitely leave that in the comments below. Give this video a like as well. I would so appreciate it. And make sure you guys leave in the comments below any other name lists or name topics that you guys would like me to do. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you guys next Sunday with another baby names list. Bye!